ella se veo.
Her name is Erin, and she talks.
Boom, 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 gotta get that. Boom, 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 gotta get.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 6th episode of the Sonic Boomcast. And this might be our last Boomcast for at least another month or two, since we don't have any new Sonic Boom episodes coming out for a short while. They went on a little bit of a Christmas hiatus, despite only 11-minute episodes being made. With me tonight is Angelidia, a.k.a. Ledice Garcia.
Hello.
Tanner Bates.
Hello?
And Christian.
Hello there.
Alright, so while it's on a Christmas break, we still didn't talk about a few episodes that happened last time. Oh, wait a minute, before I get into that, I'm sorry. We are just a few days out of Christmas. So how was everyone's Christmas?
Boring.
Boring?
Tamales.
Tamale, there you go.
Dude, I didn't get invited to any Christmas party this year.
My neighbors usually make tamales every year, and for the first time they didn't make any. So I was just a little disappointed in that.
You should have called me up.
Well, Mom and I made tamales this year, so
I
tasty.
baked my first Christmas ham, which I did myself.
You didn't burn the kitchen, did you?
No. But I found the glaze that it comes with was, like, weak sauce wasn't working, so I just had to break out a can of pineapple and some cinnamon.
Nice.
And that worked really well. It came out pretty darn good.
I had a Christmas a couple years ago where it was glazed with Coke and brown sugar.
Like Coca-Cola or cocaine?
Ooh.
A little bit of both. The cocaine really, helped with the pain that I had afterwards, so it was pretty good.
Right, there you go. My family actually got together and got along for a change. That was a nice experience. Anyway, did anybody get anything Sonic-related for Christmas?
I got pretty much the whole Sonic Boom toy line, but the pride of joy of the gifts for me was the Knack the Weasel plush.
How did you guys manage to get the Knack the Weasel Plus?
Oh, it's a bootleg one, but it's still pretty rare, I guess, so.
Oh, it's bootleg?
I mean, still have to pay but it looks just like the original, except for, like, the nose.
That's cool. I would still probably pay for that.
Oh, yeah, I had to pay, like, $100 for it, which is...
Okay, now I wouldn't. Not for bootleg.
What?
Well, I mean, that's actually about the same price it would cost to have a custom one made, but the actual real plush, goes for like $1,000 plus. So
oh my god!
I'm like, I will settle for the bootleg. Fang is fang is fang.
Yeah,
Usually, I find bootleg plushies at the downtown LA. Like, there's this one specific store that I know they do wholesale and retail. And I am not going to disclose any location. I learned my lesson. I'm never going there. Well, I haven't been there since I found out.
Or just go to Anime Expo.
They still sell, like, even though in the exhibit hall, you find some, like, a small venue booth that sells bootleg.
Well, I don't understand. It's places like Anime Expo and Kamikaze. Then you can have a booth that's very obviously full of bootleg, like, DVDs, and just legally get away with it. I mean, I've seen those at freaking Comic-Con, and nobody says anything. It's really surprising.
Yeah, I mean, even Good Smile, they always keep an eye out on them, like, whenever they go. Like, they will actually post it on Facebook saying, do not go to that booth because they're selling bootleg. If you want to buy the legit toys, just go to them or to, like, J-List.
I didn't get anything Sonic related myself. For some reason, my brother, his girlfriend got me like this, not not authentic, but a homemade Link, from Hyrule's cap. Because my brother's girlfriend makes homemade jewelry, and I guess she had somebody next to her that was making homemade little geekware. It was
nice.
Pretty cool though. Cool. Other than that, I got a Muto from Godzilla that matches up with my Bandai Godzilla and the Godzilla bank, and a lot of gift cards. I got so much AMC gift cards and certificates. I can go to movies for like 3 months for free, basically. Anyway, and it was just nice to have my family together and actually getting along. The only thing I was hoping to get, but I didn't, was that one Sonic Boom plush that's comes with a little chili dog, and he says like about 10 different phrases.
The funny thing is, he only speaks English. That's it.
No, he does actually speak. I found the button and I got it to work. He does speak in Spanish and French.
Oh, really?
You didn't have to violate him like the other plushies.
Yes, you have to press a button up his butt.
Oh, nice.
It's funny. I went to the Toys R Us near us, me and Jason, and I only found 2 Sonic Boom with the chili dogs. One was out of battery, and the other one was like, "Hey, I'm here. Would you like to violate me?"
Yeah, it's weird they have 2 to talk, but the one's quite a bit larger, and it says about 3 or 4 more things, mostly about chili dogs, which is I guess why it comes with chili dogs. But anyway, that guy's like $30. I've been tempting to buy him, but at the same time, I don't want to spend $30 on a plush. So,
I was close to getting it, but I was like, that's kind of a bit too big, and I am not paying $30 for you. I mean, I'll spend the other one for the small one, but I know he's bigger and he has a chili dog. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going home.
I'm willing to spend $30 on it.
I might just check. I got a nice size check in. So the final 2 Sonic Boom episodes we didn't talk about last episode was Double Doomsday and Eggheads. And Double Doomsday has this Dave the intern, this kid who's working at a fast food joint and ends up being a real big fan of Eggman. And so Eggman ends up recruiting him as like a little lackey for a short time.
An intern.
Yeah.
And they start having like a father-son relationship.
Yeah, kind of.
What kind of?
And then he ends up building his own Doomsday device after seeing Eggman's. That was another fun episode. My favorite part was seeing how Eggman preps for a Doomsday. He gets a little party hat on. That was just absolutely hilarious. I also like little fast food jokes with like Dave the intern telling Tails to drive up to the second window. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not at work. But yeah, overall it's a good, solid episode. Roger Craig Smith also voices the David the intern as well.
Oh, wow.
In case anybody was wondering about that.
Here, I thought Mike Pollock was going to get all the extras.
Yeah. I'm noticing a trend, though, that Eggman gets up to something and it's up to, like, Orbot and Cubot to bail out because they're getting mistreated and need Sonic and friends' help. So that happened in both these episodes.
Yeah, it does seem to be that way.
Yeah, speaking of Eggheads, that's probably my second favorite episode so far.
Yeah, me too.
Basically, the premise is Dr. Eggman cooked up a batch of evil cookies using his DNA from his mustache hairs and attempts to get Sonic to eat him to turn evil, but one by one, all of his friends steal the cookies from him, and they end up becoming evil with little mustaches going on the sides, even the girls. And it probably has one of the funniest scenes in the whole series with Sonic looking at the basket and going, "Ooh, I hope this goes off better than last time I got baked goods in my house." We see a past scene of just knuckles popping out of a cake with little sparklers. And a whole scene lasting almost a full minute of them just staring at each other.
You know they went for the G version of the pop-up cake.
Yeah, he's like,
oh,
awkward?
Awkward.
Yeah, it's awkward.
It's like, oh, this is going to be about another minute. Thinking, why? Yeah, he had the best lines in it. He's like, I'm a genius of average intelligence. An evil genius of average intelligence.
And then the Hedgehog page, along with Sega, started releasing those holiday e-cards.
Eggman yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Then Mike Pollock and his whole family did it.
Oh, yeah. The little paper mustaches. That was pretty sweet. One thing that bugged me about the episode is basically he's got this amazing toaster where once Sonic bakes a cookie and it could just instantly shoot out and aim directly at the person's mouth without any problems.
And then Eggman turned blue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Eggman basically got Sonic's powers and attitude.
That was a bit weird.
The best part for me was...
It wasn't that bad.
The best part for me was the... at the end, where he's like, oh, now we're on the same team, we could work together now, and then they're like, we prefer the old Eggman back, so they turn him back to normal.
Yeah, instantly.
Yeah, that's how it usually turns out.
Yeah, it's like more like he's like a frenemy than a total enemy, even though he's always trying to kill him and everything and take over the village or what have you. They just had each other's houses all the time. Like it's no big deal.
It's kind of like the Nintendo world. One day, Mario is fighting Bowser to the death, and then the next day it's like, hey, you want to go karting? Okay.
Really?
Well, I mean, provided you got some extra lives, suddenly death isn't really that intimidating a prospect anymore.
Except they got things like them casually trying to destroy the world with a doomsday device in one episode just to compete with each other. Him and David. Anyway, since this is all we got so far on Sonic Boom, issue 3 of the Archie comic hasn't come out yet, but I'm looking at some previews of I think it's Jennifer Hernandez's art, and that one looks pretty good. The Disay has read it.
Yeah, I read it. It's pretty good.
How's compared to the other two? Is there still problems with the way the character traits are?
I could say that Knuckles, he doesn't show any. He doesn't seem pretty dumb, like the first 2 issues.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't. Let's just say it wasn't that bad. Like they somehow noticed it that he was starting to look bad, and so at least they put him a bit smarter than last time.
Alrighty, now for this little topic, Sonic Boom or Bust, was this franchise ended up successful? Let's see, we got one cartoon, one set of comic books, and one comic book series, and 2 video games. Now, in that aspect, I don't think the video games were much of a
they're a bust.
Success. Yeah, they were a big bust.
I never finished it. I was too busy playing Hyrule Warriors. After I decided to put the Smash Bros. To rest for a little bit and just continue on Hyrule Warriors. I didn't even bother picking up Rise of the Lyric. It's been over a month now.
I've been leveling up some of my amiibo characters on Smash Brothers just by having 8-man smashes and loading them all up and letting them go at each other for a while. They ought to do I mentioned that last time. They ought to do an online one where you just take an amiibo, put it online, and kind of bet with or against your amiibo. I think that'd be kind of fun.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, my overall perspective is the cartoon is a smash hit. The comic is going to be I think it's doing okay, and it's going to survive because it's got the Archie fan base to maintain that critical mass. And
the first issue had more sales than Sonic Hedgehog and Sonic Universe combined for that month.
Oh yeah, so
it was the number 1 kids comic out that month.
Yeah, I'd say the comic's probably going to be around for a while as well as the cartoon, while the games will probably be quietly swept under the rug and forgotten about.
Sega's already got that Japan Fest for Sonic Boom that happened this weekend, and look at the new Sonic Rudders for iOS that we programmed for. Well, they just announced it; they didn't show anything from it.
Let's think about it. Comic books, like the actual stories, they take a while. And so that builds up hype no matter what. But when it comes to games, it's a bust. Okay, put it under the rug. No, nobody remember it.
Yeah. Probably what they're
No,
hoping.
plus I put on the 2-year subscription for it, so it's better be worth it.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think the cartoon series is definitely going to carry that particular franchise over for a while. And if they do another Sonic Boom, it'll be like a what is it, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures thing. Will be just a spin-off of the cartoon, unless it's its own original thing, which ended up being a bit of a disaster. I mean, even in the show, they had the one episode where they used the inner beams and Tails playing from the video game, and then that was it. You never see the characters use the inner beams anymore. You see Eggman use that big blue button thing every once in a while, but that's pretty much it.
One-shot deal.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a funny thing is that between the cartoon, the comics, and the games, it seemed like they had their own interpretations of how they wanted the franchise to go and how the characters are supposed to, act. And so in each one of them, they feel a little different, a little off from the other ones. For me, I take the cartoon itself as the main established base for the others. So yeah, I agree. The cartoon, I think, is going to have legs for at least 2 seasons, probably. I think what they're going to do is they have the 52 episodes, ordered. I think they're going to spread them out over 2 years, period.
That's going to suck.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we're going to love getting
We're already up
bombarded.
to 8 episodes and them taking a break.
Mid-season finale, number 5.
Really?
Hang on, kids. We're taking a summer break.
Well, summer break, yeah. All the TV shows do that. Now, there are only 8 episodes so far, but I've been hearing they went weekdays at noon for a short time, but I haven't really looked at my schedule on TV.
Yeah, it's just reruns.
Yeah, I know, it's just reruns, but it's crazy that they'd have weekday reruns of only 8 episodes. They're 11 minutes each. So if they put it in a 22-minute program slot, it would only be 4 episodes. I mean, that's not a long time to go, even if it's just temporary.
I'm just sad at that.
Or they can just do the Adult Swim route, which used to be in the old days. Just stick it in and let it go. Yeah, just stick it into the programming with 2 shows that are 11 minutes apiece and let it go from there.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. At least if they're going to do that, they should have another 11-minute cartoon right after instead of 2 Sonic Booms in a row. It'd spread thin pretty fast.
Put Robot Chicken in there.
I imagine. I knew that they were going to eventually switch out the 2 new segments for 1 new segment and 1 rerun, but I was still very saddened when they did it.
Well, it just makes more sense. And
yeah, they want to spread it out, but
yeah, you don't want to put all your eggs in the basket.
I was like, darn it!
That way you get all the episodes stretched out over a period instead of getting to watch them all at once and then nothing for the rest of the year. I kind of prefer it like that, where it's just 1 new 11-minute episode. Because that way it stretches it out longer.
I just wish it wasn't so early in the morning.
All right, now...
everybody wishes that, Tanner.
Some people, unlike the Sonic Stadium forums and what have you, some of them, which have never actually played the Rise of Lyric, are saying that it's worse than Sonic 06. Well, I say it's comparative to, as it's obviously a rush job with quite a lot of glitches. I find Sonic 06 to be far worse and much more unplayable game.
Yeah.
Than Rise of Lyric is.
Physics
how do you
don't
feel
exist
about it?
in 06. Physics don't exist in 06.
They're balloon physics. I mean, when you get into a truck with Shadow and you hit a little bump, you're flying into the air. There's almost 0 gravity there whatsoever. And I mean, you got things like Silver trapping into a corner with a boss
Physics
fight
don't exist when Knuckles decides it's time to spin either.
Can't get out, yeah. And then stuff like the Sonic trying to snowboard. It's impossible almost to move him to anything. I mean, as glitchy as Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is, it's a functional game. Yeah. I mean, you can get from point A to point B without any real troubles.
Provided the rendering glitch doesn't kick in.
Yeah, provided you don't get a rendering glitch and you fall through the floor. Although that never happened to me through the game.
Oh, me either. I like I said, I think the game is sentient. It determines if you have faith in it or not, and if you don't, it punishes you with more glitches than anything else.
Oh,
The
God.
glitch god has spoken.
Yeah, just like I said, I had a few glitches here and there, especially at the beginning. Plus those annoying voiceovers of them saying, "Hey, there's a boost pad, bounce pad, blah blah blah," over and over again. Which thankfully,
I usually throw that out.
thankfully that got a little less over time. But other than that, I mean, it's a competent game as far as putting together a game goes. It's not hard to beat. That's why I think I find a lot of kids on Miiverse that are still praising the game. They enjoy the game for what it is. But it's definitely not a great game by any stretch of the imagination.
Big Red Button kind of self-destructed,
It's like somebody did a wannabe Jack and Daxter game on the PS2 and it was just some third-party, piece of garbage in comparison.
Yeah, it just fell apart in development.
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to bring up. We got a lot of... I don't know if we talked about this last issue, all the concept art that got unleaked.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was obvious that the whole series got abandoned about mid-July, which is kind of sad. But, yeah, I mean, functionality-wise, Rise of Lyric is a much better game. You can enjoy Sonic 06 on a level of, oh my god, look how bad this is. And just kind of point and laugh at it. I kind of find enjoyment in that, just trying to beat the game using its horrible physics, but so far I've only been able to beat the game as Sonic, and not as Shadow or Silver. Because the physics are just so broken for me, it gets frustrating. I just can't beat that game. And, that's a pretty short podcast so far, but that's about all we got for now. There's not much on the Sonic end, outside of, like we mentioned before, Sonic Runners on iOS, which is the first... I guess we should mention that's the first mobile game developed by Sonic Team themselves.
Can you just imagine
instead of Hardlight?
Can you just imagine that be like a reboot of Sonic R?
Oh, goodness.
I hope not.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I have a feeling it's going to be a 2D free runner. I mean, with a title like Sonic Runners, it sounds like that's probably where they're going to go with that. A lot of people are worried that it means, we're not going to get a new Sonic game this year, but I have my serious doubts about that.
I think what's going to happen is it's the people who worked on Lost World and Colors who are making this game, while the people who did Unleashed and Generations are going to be releasing a bigger game for consoles.
Well, a lot of people who worked on Colors worked on Lost World, too.
Oh, that's what I meant, is that I guess Sonic Team is split into two halves, and I'm guessing the smaller half is going to be doing this mobile game.
I'm sure that's what it is. It's going to be a B game, because you never have a single year where you don't have some kind of Sonic Team game out, except for this year. But we had American 30 parties do their own, and they kind of failed at it. I mean, you might like Shattered Crystal, but I don't know. It just felt like it did a lot more to it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Shattered Crystal, since I'm much more of a person who actually play handheld games. Mm-hmm. So it does have some potential, but I wish they added more to it.
Yeah, I wish they had added more levels and got rid of the what the hell are they called? The tokens you needed to go to the next level, basically.
Oh, I hate when the games have stuff like that.
They should have got rid of the last surprise, which is Sonic and friends dancing. It shouldn't
That's
have
just
been
kind of an
in the
insult. I
first
think
place.
they did that because, look at...
Yes.
You have, the Sonic X dancers from Brazil, and they think, that's so hilarious, we'll just do our own version.
No, it wasn't Brazil. It was actually a Spanish variety show in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I found that out.
That's Puerto Rican.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Yeah, anyway... Now I got off track.
Jason.
Yeah, no, like
You're
I was saying,
welcome.
make the blueprints and the oh god, what were the other things? Blueprints and the little jeweled shards. Make them an optional thing, like they did the red rings. So they can make it easier to get through the game and just enjoy the game for an action platform instead of a game where you constantly have to hunt down everything. But anyway, that's going to be it for us. I still got to get to my Sonic Boom number 1 and 2 reviews for the comics. I got to write that this week. I've been real busy with Christmas and all lately. But I promise I'll be sometime this week. Really.
Yeah,
Honest.
I'm sure that, like, once you get the issue number 3, I'm sure you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff I liked in issues 1 and 2. It's just that the overall arc where they had to make Amy kind of a horrible person to Knuckles is what's bothered me. Plus, it felt like that Ian Flynn didn't get to really get to know the new characters before they put him out there. I don't think he got to watch any of the episodes or got enough of the game.
But you'll be surprised that Knuckles, he doesn't sound so dumb anymore as the first 2 issues.
I know there's...
And Amy, well, I'm gonna let you read that later on. Because usually I have my subscription like a week early or on the same day.
By the way, on your Facebook, did you use a scanner for that? Because it looks like almost as good as digital copy.
I actually scanned it.
Yeah, that came out really good.
Yeah, I was like... The printer I have is Epson Artisan 800, so it's a pretty good printer. So yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the only thing that bugs me about the comic right now is they're still doing the logo jokes, which was funny in the first issue. Now it's starting to get old.
Yeah, it is. Even the third issue is going through it.
I mean, I think there's a way to get around doing some fourth wall jokes that would be pretty fun, but doing the same bit over and over gets tiring.
No, but it's kind of funny because, like, there's one part when Cuba and Arbot would say, hey, how come we don't have our own logo? And then around there, a few pages later, a few panels later, it says moron with the logo on it. Hey, I got my own logo.
At least that's good.
That's a good, yeah.
Alrighty, well, that's going to be pretty much it for us. We'll be back maybe next month or in about 2 months when we get enough material. Like I said, this is a pretty short episode compared to others. And for those 5 of you listening, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Adios.
Bye.
Have a great hedgehog day, everyone.
And that's about a wrap.
Sometimes I ask myself, what am I doing here? I think of all the reasons, but it's still not clear. I look at places to go, there's nothing near. So take me away from this, 'cause this place I hardly miss. So take me back in time to another Take me